Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you could join me today. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing just fine. Now, if you've been following my channel, you know that I broke my wrist about a week ago at Virginia Beach. I was having a good old time at the beach, suntanning and just enjoying the surf. And then I decided to go down to the shoreline to cool off. And this really freak wave came. It was a very short but very strong wave. It went from 12 inches to shoulder height. And my feet went from underneath me and I landed on my left hand. They say you should turn sideways whenever a strong wave comes, and that's exactly what I did. But this wave was super strong and I had literally no control. My feet went from underneath me and I landed on my hand. But the funny thing is that I didn't know that I had broken it. It was very painful initially, but then the pain subsided and my husband got some ice and I iced it and it actually started to feel better. So I ended up spending the entire 3 nights at the beach and I enjoyed the rest of my stay there. Shortly after getting home, I went to urgent care because I was a little concerned that maybe I had torn a ligament or something. And much to my surprise, I had a fracture across my ulnar and my radius bones. Now at that point, the displacement was very small. It was like 1 millimeter. And if you don't know what that means that the bones aren't lined up at the fracture. But mine was not misaligned very much. But anyway, to make a long story short, the following day I went to the orthopedic doctor, the orthopedic surgeon, and they x-rayed it again, and the displacement had actually kind of gone away. It was really weird. So anyway, they put this beautiful purple cast on, and I got to choose the color, so I'm very happy about that. And I'm just at home recovering, trying to deal with a little bit of pain, not too bad. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to make any tutorials anytime soon. I think I'm supposed to wear this between 6 and 8 weeks, which is actually quite a long time, but I'm not sure. I'm going to find out more in about 3 weeks when I go back. I think at 3 weeks they do another x-ray or something and maybe they recast it. I don't know. But I'm doing okay and I'm not too down about it because I actually needed the break. One thing I am doing though, I am doing some hand exercises. I think that's important because if you don't do that, and you remain immobile, it could affect your mobility later on. So I am doing some hand exercises and I think that's going to help tremendously. The other thing that helps tremendously are your kind words, and I want to thank each and every one of you for all the beautiful comments you left down in the comment section and in my community tab section. I really appreciate all your thoughts and prayers, kind words, healing energy, whatever you can send me. I can do with as much positivity as I can get, and I welcome it all, and I really do appreciate it. Now, I know some of you are not able to view the community tab section. It depends on what kind of device you're using, I think, but I did leave a message on that community tab section about the universe sending signals. I truly believe that this is a positive signal for me to shift my perspective and take care of myself a little bit more than I have been, because I think I felt a little overextended for a while there. So that's what I'm going to be trying to do for the next few weeks. But don't worry, because as soon as I get this cast off, you know I'm going to be back to making some jewelry and making some tutorials. That's what I love to do, and that's a very positive thing in my life, and I'm not ready to give that up. But in the meantime, I'm going to be delivering some different kind of content. Maybe I'll go on more of my nature walks, take you outside with me. I don't know. I have to decide. I haven't done very much these last few days because I'm still kind of dealing with the pain a little bit. But I promise you, I'll take you outside. We'll go for walks and we'll look at different content together. I'll be going to a fitness convention next weekend. I'm not going to be doing very much. I'll probably just sit around for the lectures, but maybe I can take you to that and you can see what it's about. I'm going to try to stay connected to you as much as possible through my videos. But anyway, guys, I just want to let you know how grateful I am for all your kind words, and I'm doing fine. I'm recovering, and I'm looking forward to some rest and relaxation and different content. But one thing I can still do are unboxings, and that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be opening up the Curated Bead Box for the month of August. I'm very excited because they always have loads and loads of beads. So if you're looking to increase your bead stash, this is the bead box for you. And if you're not familiar with Curated Bead Box, I'll leave a link down below so you can go check it out. Now, before we get started, let me remind you to please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it, because it really does help my channel and it helps me as a content creator to stay motivated to create more videos for you, especially now while I'm trying to recover from this broken wrist. So anyway, guys, without any further ado, let's go ahead, turn the camera around and we'll get started. And here we have Curated Bead Box for the month of August. The name of the box is Floral Explosion, and as you can see from the image, we have a whole bunch of colors there. We have blues and peaches and pinks and yellows. That's one of the nice things I like about Curated Bead Box. I always give you a little preview. And down here on the bottom is a list of all the contents. On the right hand side, we have the codes for each one. So if you ever wanted to buy some more of the items, you could use those codes at the Dollar Bead store. I believe the website is dollarbead.com. Now I did want to show you down here on the bottom, guys, it does say bead sizes and types may vary due to availability. So that means that there is a possibility that you may not have the exact same beads that I'm going to be showing you today. So anyway, guys, let's go ahead and open it up. I've been trying to do the majority of the work with my right hand because obviously my left hand is not working very well with this cast on. And look at these beautiful colors. And we get an organza bag this time, so that's really nice. Let me pull it out. Look at this, guys. Oh my gosh, look how pretty this looks. It reminds me of spring. Now I know we get a lot of flowers in the summertime, but these colors definitely remind me of spring for some reason. And one thing is for sure, they're very pretty colors, very feminine and very cheerful looking. Let me go ahead and open it. This is the Finding Starter Kit. This is really handy to have if you're a beginner beader. And look at all these gorgeous colors. Oh my gosh, these are so pretty. As you can see, Curated Bead Box always gives you lots and lots of beads. The strands are usually very long. Let me go ahead and organize it and we'll go through each item. And here are the larger beads. These are 12 millimeters in size. Each one of these strands is 8 inches long. Let's take a look at this first one here. As you can see, these are glass pearl beads. The color is soft pink. I love the pearl beads that Curated Bead Box gives us because they always have such a gorgeous luster, guys. Look at that. And this is such a pretty color. I love this pink color. These would make gorgeous earrings. I like using 12 millimeter size for earrings. And they look really nice with this yellow color for some reason. I've never teamed up pink with yellow, but they do look nice together. These are gemstone style glass beads and the color is citrine. And these are also 12 millimeters in size. And the reason these are called gemstone style beads is because they do look a little bit like gemstones. You can see that each bead has a little detail inside that makes them look like gemstones. Very, very interesting. And another reason why these look like gemstones is because they all look a little different. There are no two beads that look alike. So these are really, really pretty, and I like how they look with the pink. I don't know why I never thought about teaming these two colors together, but they do look nice. I know I've mentioned this before in previous videos. When you team up colors that are of the same value, and by value I mean intensity of color, you can't go wrong. You can combine a lot of colors as long as they have the same intensity level. They don't necessarily have to be complementary colors on the color wheel. As long as the intensity is similar, you can very easily combine them. Let's go ahead and look at the 8 millimeter size now. And here are two strands of 8 millimeter size beads. They're both 16 inches long, so that's a lot of beads, guys. Let's take a look at this one. These are the rustic glass pearl beads in the color apricot. We've had rustic glass beads before in different sizes and different colors. And it's basically a bead that has a little bit of texture, as you can see. And the coating is very lustrous, as you can see. It almost looks metallic to me, but it just has that very beautiful lustrous finish, which really stands out on top of that texture. But anyway, guys, this apricot color is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. And as you can see, it goes really well with these down here. Let's take a look at them. These are the pale peach jade style glass beads. We've had jade style glass beads before. I really love using them because, as you can see, they're translucent. And as you can see, Curated Bead Box definitely match the colors perfectly. I love that. You can't go wrong if you use these two beads together in whatever design you decide to make, because even though we have the textured beads and the jade style glass beads, the color is almost identical. These are so pretty. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 6 millimeter size now. As you can see, we get 4 strands of 6 millimeter size beads. This first one is pretty long. It's about 16 inches long, and the other ones are about 10.5 inches long. Let's take a look at the first one. These are glass pearl beads, and the color is violet, but it's a very pale violet, as you can see. I love this shade, and these pearls are actually pretty good quality as well. I usually look at the holes to see if the finish is coming off or peeling off, and these aren't, so that's nice. I think this is a very pretty strand. Let's take a look at this next one. These are crackle beads, as you can see, and the color is pale yellow. And once again, I'm looking at the value of the colors, and they're very similar. So if you combine all these colors, you can't go wrong. I think it would make a really nice combination, especially the violet, the yellow, and the blue. I'm not so sure about this color. This looks like an amber color, but the description says that it's a pale salmon color. We'll take a look at it in just a second, but I wanted to show you this one first. I love using 6mm size beads. They're very versatile, and I like them because they look great in both bracelets and necklaces, and you don't have to worry too much about them. You can put bead caps on them, you can put spacer beads next to them, and they look great. You can work them into beaded components really easily. I find the 6mm size very easy to work with. Let's take a look at the blue one now. These are also crackle beads, as you can see, but the color is pale blue. And this blue definitely goes really nicely with the yellow, as you can see. And because these are crackle beads, just like the yellow ones, these would actually look really beautiful together in whatever design you decide to make. But I'm leaning towards using these three together, and I like the idea of teaming up different kinds of beads. I like the luster of the pearls combined with the crackle beads. I think that makes for a very interesting combination. Let's take a look at this one now. These are jade style glass beads. The description says it's pale salmon, but to me this looks like an amber color, or maybe I just happened to receive a different color, I'm not sure. But I like it because again it's the same value as these three, so I think I'm going to have a lot of fun playing with all these colors. And these would actually look really great with the peach colored beads that I showed you earlier. If you stick around till the end, I'll lay everything out so you can see how the whole thing combines. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the items. And here we have two different kinds of seed beads. And we have two colors. We have hot pink and we have red. And both of these are opaque glass seed beads. We get 1 ounce of each color. And the description doesn't say what size seed beads they are, but they look to be about size 6.0. I thought I would take them out of the bags so you can see them better. Let me put a few on a dish and bring it up close. Isn't this a beautiful summery hot pink color? These are great for bead stringing, and you could probably use them in beaded components. I wouldn't recommend using them in bead weaving though, because they're not very uniform in size. I don't know if you guys can see that, but some are a little bit wider than others. But these are perfect if you're just using them in a stringing project or a stretch cord project, for example. And these would actually look really nice with the violet colored pearl beads that I showed you earlier, because it's a very cool pink color. So I think they would coordinate really well. You'll see later on when I put it on the board how nice they look together. Now this is a red and it's a little bit warmer, so it would actually go really well with the peach colored beads. Let me put some on the tray and show you up close. It's the same kind of bead, just a different color. And once again, they're not uniform in size, so I wouldn't recommend using these in bead weaving, but you could definitely use them in a stringing project. And you could actually use the hot pink and the red together in some kind of design. I can definitely see these two colors together, but I think I'm leaning towards combining these with maybe the yellow beads that I showed you before, or the peach colored beads. I think that would look really nice. Here we have two gorgeous piles of acrylic charms. These are leaf charms and these are flower charms. And as you can see, we have a gorgeous combination of pastel colors. The description says these are 16 millimeters in size and there are 25 charms. And these are also 16 millimeters in size, but I'm not sure if they're referring to the width of the flower or the height of the flower. I'm not sure. But anyway, we get 23 of these flowers. And guys, these are right up my alley. I love using this kind of bead in my designs, especially these colors because they're so soft and pretty. And when I bring out the beads I showed you, you're going to see how beautifully everything coordinates. I think this is such a lovely palette. We have yellow, we have blue, we have purple, we have pink. We have the peach color over here. Don't you love these? These are so gorgeous. I know it's not for everybody, but you can do so much with these beautiful acrylic beads. Let me give you a close-up. They're slightly translucent, as you can see, but aren't these pretty? Oh my gosh, these are so gorgeous. I love these. I just adore having so many colors together. I don't know what it is about that, but it really inspires me. I'm really looking forward to using these. Same thing with these. These would actually make great earrings, or you could put a bead inside of each one of them. That would be nice as well. But I can see having them hanging like this with some beads hanging from the bottom. That would look really nice. I'm not sure how I'm going to use them, but I'll figure it out. They're absolutely adorable. And we get quite a few to work with. And the last item is this beautiful safety pin. As you can see, it has 5 loops. It measures 48 by 14 millimeters in size, and it's in a silver color. One of my viewers actually sent me some pins a while ago, and I promised her that I was going to work with them, but I never got around to it because I got so tied up with other things. But I really want to work with something like this and make something with it. I've never done anything with safety pins before, so this will be a first for me. But if I do work with this one, I'll have to pull out the other ones that were sent to me so that I can make something with them. But I can see making a gorgeous pin using the beads and these beautiful leaves. I'll have to think about it. And since I'm recovering from a broken wrist, I'm going to have plenty of time to think about it. And let's take a look at the Finding Starter Kit. Now, if you're a beginner, this is a great kit to have because it really does have a lot of the things that are going to help you to get started. It doesn't have everything, but it has quite a few things that are going to come in handy. It has memory wire, and I believe this is the 0.6 millimeter gauge. It's not the real thick kind, but it's the most common kind, and I think it's 60 millimeters in diameter. And then we have some ear wire hooks, and these are the kind that have the little spring and the bead, as you can see. And there's enough there to make 3 pairs of earrings. And we have some crimp beads here. These are the round kind, they're not the tube kind. And these are easier to use if you just squash them versus crimping them or folding them, although I have done that before and it works just fine. And here we have some beading wire. I think this is 7-strand beading wire. We have some jump rings. These are 6 millimeters in size, and these are excellent jump rings. They're very thick and very good quality, and the cuts are very clean as well, which means that they'll close really nicely for you. We have some lobster claw clasps. As you can see, there are 4 of them. We have some head pins. These are flat head pins, and they're very thick as well. Very good quality. And we have some stretch cord. This stretch cord is very thick, so that means that you can use heavy beads with it. So anyway, guys, this is a huge bonus to have because, like I said before, if you're a beginner, it's really going to help you to get started. So that's the full collection, and don't you love this gorgeous palette? It is so pretty. I love these pastel colors, and it's going to be super easy to use these flowers and leaves. And like I said before, they remind me of spring, but because we have the hot pink and the red, it's also very summery. And as always, Curated Bead Box always gives you tons and tons of beads. So if you're looking to build up your stash, this is the box for you. Plus, of course, we get the Finding Starter Kit, which is really, really nice to have. And I love this beautiful organza bag. It's nice and big, so you can store your beads in it or use it to bag a gift. So anyway, guys, like I keep saying, this is a great value, and I strongly encourage you to think about getting this box if you're a beginner, because not only do you get the Finding Starter Kit, but you get tons and tons of beads to use in multiple projects. Obviously, you can make tons of necklaces and bracelets with all these beads, and earrings, of course. So anyway, guys, I hope you liked this unboxing. I sure did. Let me go ahead and put these away, and I'll come back and say goodbye. Well, as much as I would love to work with those beads, I can't do it just yet, but it doesn't stop me from sitting down and doing some sketches with my right hand, which is still good, and figuring out what I'm going to do with them. So anyway, guys, I will do some tutorials when I get this cast off, so please come back and check my channel for tutorials using the items from that box. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.